Hey guys, Keats here, back with another Veracity video. So Veracity did actually come back down into the symmetrical triangle and currently sitting at 0.0073. The last time we spoke about Veracity, I think we were like up here, and I thought that there was a good chance we came between the 0.382 and the top of the symmetrical triangle, but and then get a bounce off of it, which I guess we tried to do it actually on this day, but ended up coming back in. I think that there's multiple reasons why. I mean, Bitcoin is still pretty weak. Bitcoin's day, like these 2 days for Bitcoin correspond to Veracity getting pushed back down into the symmetrical triangle, and these were pretty big red candles for Bitcoin. I mean, a 6% candle yesterday, that's really big on Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin has those type of candles, the altcoin market gets hit really hard, and altcoins like break their support and stuff. So I think that was a huge reason why Veracity did come back down into it. And then there was also like some random like Veracity like FUD or whatever on Twitter, and we're gonna talk about that as well in a sec. So yeah, but yeah, now that we're back inside the symmetrical triangle, I think that the most likely play for Veracity is actually coming all the way back down to the bottom of the parallel channel. And I mean, you can actually see we're currently sitting right at the 0.33 fib. Like we're like on it right now, and maybe that can hold as support. And you can see like this level was a pretty decent level as resistance or support. So I think it's a decent level. We could get a bounce if Bitcoin is going to reverse from here. Veracity is probably also going to reverse from here, but Bitcoin goes sideways or just takes forever to go up, or just like slowly bleeds down, then yeah, Veracity is definitely going to come back down. And so I think that if you wanted to buy a little bit more Veracity, probably just waiting to see if we come back down to the bottom of the parallel channel, which is at 0.0057, so just under 0.006. If you want to buy it, pick up a little bit more Veracity. I think that's a pretty good level because, yeah, I mean, every time we hit the trend line, we just hold it. And I still think if we came back down to it, we would hold, which is fine, right? So if we come back down, maybe we just bounce around here a little bit longer, and then we can get the break when the POV marker tokens move after the halving, and when Bitcoin's back in a really bullish state and the markets are kind of going wild again, or at least like starting to pump up again, then I think that we can maybe get the real breakout, because it looks like this might have been just like a either, I don't even know if this is a fake out. I mean, this was a pretty big move, but yeah, so yeah, I'm not even sure if we come back down here. Like I said, we could hold it right where we are right now. I think that'd be a good level to hold it at, but just because we broke back into this pattern, I would expect us to come back down to the bottom. So that's why I think we're going to go to the bottom, but it doesn't have to happen. And I still am like targeting Veracity to come back up to this area really in general, like just this area in general. Like you could say like it's between the 0.618, even a bit higher, maybe a bit lower, but just this liquidity that we had up here back in 2022, I'm really expecting Veracity to come back to it. So yeah, it's really a do nothing. Sit in your hands and do nothing still. Except if we come back down here, then maybe if you wanted to pick up a little bit more, you could. So yeah, that's on the USD pair. If we take a look at the Bitcoin pair, you can see that this to me is like a fake out. Like I said, like this doesn't really look like a fake out because it was massive, like it was way bigger. But when you look at the Bitcoin pair, like this could have been a fake out, and then we're coming back down. And it's, to me, I mean, I've seen a pattern like this play out similar before with Bitcoin. I can't remember what year. I think it was like the end of 2022 or like the beginning of 2023. But like Bitcoin at one point was like in its own wedge, like um, falling wedge. And what actually happened with Bitcoin that time, it did the same thing. It broke up, so it looked like it broke out, but then it actually came back down and reversed down, and it did actually go a little bit lower, and then it found a bottom, and then it pumped really hard up. So I don't know if that's gonna play out with Veracity, but I have seen a falling wedge, fake out to the top, break out up, and then like fail and come back down before. So I think that it could happen again. I don't know if it will. We're still at the bottom. Like we haven't broken out of it yet. Like we're just at the bottom. And if anything, like you would just like expect us if we're at the bottom to get a bounce up. So I still think that we could actually just bounce up. Like this could just be like the bottom, and then Veracity just like maybe slowly climb. Maybe it takes a while. Maybe just hovers here for a bit, and then it gets a move up. I don't really know exactly how it's gonna do it, but yeah, I mean, I think eventually Veracity will break up anyways. It's just when is it gonna do it, and if are we gonna like come back down below? Maybe like because this fake out, this was a fake, then maybe we come back down, and I don't even know where we would like exactly find support. I mean, this kind of just like looks like a randomness. Like it's kind of hard to see any significant levels. You could say the level we're at now is in like somewhat of an okay level. You can kind of see we peaked here, went above it a couple times, but um, I don't really think it's that strong. It's just like there really isn't any like super strong level of support that I can find, except for maybe this box all the way down here, because you can kind of see how we bounced off of it a couple times. When we went below it, you can also see acted as resistance twice, even here. And so, yeah, I think, if we are going to come down, really like truly break down, then I do think maybe we come down here. I don't even know if this is going to happen, but I think this is like worst case scenario, but it's between like 400 and 600 Satoshis. So if we did actually make it down here, which I don't really think we are, but if we did, I would actually convert some Bitcoin into Veracity at this point. Because, I mean, if you think about it, like if we came down, let's say you like average it at like 500 Satoshis, I mean, just to get back to where we are, it's like a double on your Bitcoin, right? And I'm expecting us to like go to these levels later. Even just this peak would be like a 9x on Bitcoin. So, I mean, if we go back down lower, like it's just maybe even like a really big opportunity to like gain some Bitcoin. Um, because yeah, you can just convert your Bitcoin to Veracity and then reconvert it back to Bitcoin. But so far it's fine. Like we're still in it. Like I think we might just hover down here for a bit, or maybe we can get a quick bounce. But we'll see what happens. I guess it kind of depends on Bitcoin a little bit. And I don't really know if like the FUD that we're gonna talk about in a sec is like really gonna affect, bring this down any further, because I don't really think it's really anything to be worried about anyways. So yeah, guys, that's the Bitcoin pair. And now let's actually quickly talk about the development update that they recently published 5 days ago now. I think that some people were a little scared. I mean, it's already been 5 days. The thing is, like, I actually wasn't even like really looking at, because I've been doing some other stuff, so I wasn't like really paying attention to like the stuff, and I only like follow Bitcoin just because like you really only need to follow Bitcoin to know what's going on in the markets. And yeah, like it didn't even like seem like I didn't even know there was FUD. I honestly thought, I was just like, wow, the markets are tanking. Like Veracity's just getting hit kind of hard too. But let's just go over this. So basically, this is the stuff that people care about. The proof of view. This is what we care about. This is like the moving the POV marker tokens, right? That we've been talking about and stuff like that. So this is the section. So let's read through it. So migration of proof of view tokens is progressing at a pace and in line with our roadmap schedule for Q2 2024. That's really good, right? Because that's what they've been saying last time. That's what we were expecting. So that's still happening. They were testing a couple of shortlisted blockchain environments. The most likely blockchain is Tron. So that guy, Justin Shu, or Justin Sun, I forgot what his name is, but the Tron guy. Looks like they're going to go with Tron. I don't really know much about Tron, but they probably looked at a bunch of things and they picked Tron. So that's fine also. More importantly than the choice of chain, we would like to take this opportunity to discuss the new feature set that POV will have and showcase our transition to a fully fledged two-token economy. This is the thing I think that got people a bit worried on Veracity, the two-token economy thing. Yeah, let's just keep reading. Firstly, we reiterate that POV will be a standalone token and on a completely separate contract to Verasity. Some other stuff. POV will become tradable on secondary markets in an entirely separate manner to existing Verasity. So I think this is like the reason why people got a little scared. They're basically saying that the marker tokens will be tradable on a different chain as a different token. And I mean, the first thing you got to realize is that the POV marker tokens is the thing that like what companies or whoever's like actually using their product will use to fuel the economy, right? So this, in my opinion, this was always going to happen. And they haven't actually changed anything from what they said last time. So I actually don't know why people got scared of this. They're still moving out the migration of the POV tokens. Like this is the biggest thing because they're still doing that, and you can see on Coin Market Cap that there's 10. Wait, they actually burned some more Veracity. This used to be 10. Wait, what is this, billion? Yeah, 10 billion. This used to be 10 billion 200 million. Now it's just 10 bill. And they're moving out the other, yeah, and you can see right here it says 9.98%. They're moving out the rest of the 90%. That's the POV marker tokens that they're moving to, I guess, Tron. So in my opinion, this is like literally fine. They haven't changed anything they said that they were going to do. They're still moving the POV marker tokens. It's still really bullish. Like when this happens in Q2, I think it's going to be really, really bullish for the token. So I think it actually will affect the price a lot. Because I mean, it's 90% of the circulating supply. So yeah, I just want to quickly like give you guys, if you guys didn't know, like the update they said and stuff and whatever, but that's basically what they said. I think people just got scared because they think that like the second token, or like I don't know, like I actually don't know why people got scared. Like I'm not like, I don't really think this is anything bad or scary. Like this is basically what they said last time. And yeah, so I think it's completely fine. I think that the markets, Bitcoin is just been kind of weak, and Veracity, you know, is still a really small coin. I mean, $73 million market cap. It's only ranked 539 on Coin Market Cap. Like this is a really small coin. Like if there's any sort of fear, the price is going to be pretty volatile because like it doesn't take much money to move this coin's price, which is really good for us because if it doesn't take much money to move it down, then it doesn't take much money to move it up either, right? So yeah, guys, that's Veracity. So I guess to summarize, I think we're coming back down on the USD pair. If we're gonna hold, like if we hold the 3-3 and we can maybe get a quick bounce out of it again, that would be really good. But if not, if we like hover in here for a few days, then yeah, we're probably gonna sink down. It really just depends on Bitcoin, I guess. Because if Bitcoin's like gonna pump back to the 70s or whatever, like Veracity will probably like try to break out as well. So up to Bitcoin really, but I think that there's a good chance we come back down here, which is where you probably would want to load up a little bit more if you're looking to buy some more. If not, then just don't do anything. Just still sit in your hand. Just wait for the market tokens to move. Wait for us to be back like in a really bullish state in the markets. And I don't really think that there's anything to be worried about with what they said, honestly. It seems like they're pretty consistent, and I think that, like I said this last time, the team, I think like they know what they're doing. So yeah, guys, just that's an update on Veracity. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.